Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 151 of our Be a Better You annual challenge. Today we are finishing up our focus on the life framework area of finance with step 7 of the IDEANCE process, which is to educate. Educate meaning ask yourself, what did I learn and how can I share it with other people? Because one of the fastest ways to reinforce learnings for yourself and new concepts, new ideas, anything that you've done and experienced and it's worked for you is to reinforce that and to make sure that you keep doing it moving forward is to share it with someone else, teach it to somebody else. I learned this in college working in study groups. I remember when I first went to college, I did like I always did in high school, and I just studied on my own and did everything on my own. Did a few group projects in high school, but it wasn't a huge thing back then. And because it was a long, long time ago. So in college, in some of my courses, some of the courses, especially that were super technical because I was getting an engineering degree and were harder to grasp for me personally and for other people as well, apparently, because we naturally formed study groups. And the study groups worked because one person would understand the concept and be able to explain it to the rest of us. And that wasn't the same person every time, which was what showed me how powerful it is to tap into other people's wisdom and understanding and ability to communicate. Is that sometimes we'd all be mind-boggled when we'd go see the TA or we'd go see our professor. But for the most part, somebody usually understood in the group the concept that was being shared and could come up with different ways of explaining it and teaching it to us. And that person always got a better understanding of the concept by teaching it to us than they had even before they started teaching it to us, when they really had a basic understanding of it. And so that really reinforced the power of teaching new concepts and new skills to other people, as well as I have to give credit to Steve Larson because he's an internet marketing guy that taught me early on when I came onto the internet the power of teaching the things that you learn. So when you learn a new concept, first thing you need to do is find somebody else to share it with. I teach my grandchildren some of the craziest stuff. I don't know if they understand, but me just explaining it to them and in a way that they could understand or possibly understand or someone else could understand reinforces the knowledge and the learning for me. So today's step is to ask yourself, what have I learned this month, or especially what have I learned going through the IDEANCE process that will help me to achieve the goal or overcome the challenge that I've set for myself by the end of this year. Remember, we've got till the end of the year to achieve the goal or achieve the challenge. If you didn't pick a big enough one and you've already achieved it, I'm going to challenge you to pick another one, right? Because that means you have to think bigger and go bigger. But by sharing what you learn and have learned, that reinforces the learning for you. By repeating processes, there's a reason we do our process every month. We do it every month because repetition breeds mastery, right? By practicing, and you can go into the whole, well, it's got to be practiced right or perfect. No, we practice and we tweak along the way, because this process, just like any other tool or any other process, is going to be experienced slightly differently for everyone, right? Yeah, the steps are the same, but how you apply them and how they work for you in every time that you apply them is going to be a little bit different. You're going to have to tweak it and test it and make the process, like any tool, your own. So today, how are you going to share in the comments below? First and foremost, all you have to do is share in the comments below how you're going to pass along the lessons that you learn, not just financially, but the lessons that you learn in this challenge. There's all different ways you could do it, right? You could share in a Facebook group. You could do live videos and share your lessons learned. I wonder who does that. You could create a course. You could just talk to somebody you know and love and care about and say, oh my God, I learned this process. It is helping me so much to get a handle on my relationships, a handle on my finances, a handle on my other areas and aspects of my life. So that's it today. Share in the comments below, how are you going to share or teach what you're learning to someone else? And I'd say teach somebody else the IDEANCE process, because you really want to reinforce the process for yourself and how you apply the different steps. And if you can come up with a better acronym for it, more power to you, because that will help you to remember it and remember the steps more easily. Then I encourage you to do that as well. All right. Any questions? You know what to do. Just ask me. Let's go out, make it an awesome day. Figure out how and when you can share this. And it's like I said, I share a lot of stuff with my granddaughters because they're there and watching cartoons or something. And I figure I can teach them little life lessons along the way, right? All right. Have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow. And we are switching gears to a new area of the life framework tomorrow. Kind of excited about that. I'm having fun with it this year. We're covering things in a totally different, blown up order, which has allowed me, I'm educating here, has allowed me by just mixing up the way we look at things, the way I look at things. It's giving me new insight into the different areas and aspects of the life framework and my life. All right. Have a great day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.